The outworking of this is something that most of us don't think about, and I want to leave us with this. Thinking that we are the two-handed, right? That God reaches out and we are the ones that have to reach back and grab a hold to acquire the salvation that's been purchased for us requires something. It requires us to create a situation where we start to play these self-deprecating games of like, well, it's not a work, it's just faith. It's just me believing. It's not anything that I do, it's just accepting what God has done, right? I'm not really doing anything. I know I can't earn my salvation. And so it's this self-deprecating thing. Oh, stop! I didn't really do anything. You know, I just said okay. I didn't really work. I didn't do anything. But what's the scenario that you've created? If you continue with this idea that this is how salvation is accomplished, you have to be willing to accept the anthropological outcomes of that. What do I mean by that? You've created a system in your thinking wherein the God, Jesus, who formed the entire universe and spoke it into being ex nihilo from nothing, and he spoke and there was. All that we are, all the ones who created by him, knit together in their mother's womb, the one who has carved out the direction of all of human history throughout all of time to bring about all of his decrees and prophecies exactly as they were decreed and exactly when. The one who left his throne in heaven and condescended to take on flesh, to live a perfect life, the only one who was beaten and tortured and bled and died in your place, the one who was buried and 3 days later overcame death itself and was raised up from the grave, who ascended to heaven, was crowned King of all kings and Lord of all lords, the one before whom all the heavenly beings throw themselves down on the ground and cast their crowns at his feet and cry out, "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever." That one who cannot tell a lie. You've created a system in your thinking where that one could look at you when you come into his kingdom and say, "I couldn't have done it without you." Ideas have consequences.